Picks and bans for game number 3, please. Thank you, Jared, for being ready for us right away. Heat Uprise going up against Sanguine here next. And it's going to be Heat Uprise in that first pick position, and they're banning the Naja from Hamster.
Exactly. I do this all the time for my ranked teammates. If you've been spamming Nox or Loki in my games and you get on my team, I ban it.
Yeah, get you off that.
I don't want. No one deserves that.
Like, if let's say that you're on my team and you're my support, and you dash, shield wall, then you kind of drop Phantom, Sunder,
and
then you taunt.
Right.
Then I'll next game if you're on my team again, ban away the
Athena.
Athena from
instantly.
you is who I'm banning it
instantly. God, I have not seen an Athena in my ranked games in so long on my team.
It's been a minute, yeah.
And it's such a blessing.
It has been nice.
It's so nice.
Where you don't have to worry about them refusing to use, I think, perhaps the best non-ultimate ability in the game. That's how good Taunt is.
It's really good,
it's
but the one weakness it has is that in ranked play specifically, you can't use it until all your other things are on cooldown.
That's so weird that it works that way.
Isn't that so odd?
I don't know why.
Why is it like that?
Who wrote that way? AJ fixed it. Naja and Jormungandr have been banned away by Heat Uprising. Merlin and Xbalanque have banned away by Sanguine, which means King Arthur, yet again, not really being looked at, not really being valued here in this set so far. Ryan, I mean, is it just that he's answerable now? What's going on? I mean, he has had some touches, but he should definitely still be really strong.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it's probably more likely that both of these solo laners just don't really vibe with him that well. I mean, yes, you should have King Arthur in the God Pool.
Yeah, but who called the other's bluff first? You don't know going into this that Delnyy doesn't want to play it, right? So why risk it?
Well, they do it game 1, and they're like, so neither of us picked it here, right? And then game 2, neither of us picked it here, and now we're good.
Yeah, so now we'll just let this nonsense.
And by the way, Freya, who's been picked and who's been banned really consistently in the top phases, now has gone through the first 3 picks without getting selected.
Exactly.
I wonder if Heat Uprise are going to go for it here.
Yeah, the Naja's been banned away, so that one can't be picked up. Perhaps Bellona on the cards. I wasn't thinking for Heat Uprising though, because they already had the Achilles. But so I wasn't going to be as great and clairvoyant as I looked. But thank you, I'll take the credit for that one. It's Achilles and Bellona on the same squad, which means, hey, calm down over there. That likely Achilles in the jungle and Bellona in the solo.
Yes, I would agree with that. I'll concede that one.
Thank you.
Jing as well. They're locked in. It continues to be the call for Fatal Ghost. Fatal Ghost had a fine performance, I think, on the Jingwei in the last game. Certainly a nuisance on the defense, but overall, I'm worried about this early game for Heat Uprise. I mean, it was such a problem for them last game. Don't forget, even though at 51 minutes, it wasn't close really in the early game.
Yes.
By 23 minutes, Sanguine had already gotten a Phoenix.
Yeah, it was kind of by default the game ended up being close. Just mathematically, eventually, there's less lead to get.
Yes.
That's kind of what ended up happening, right? You can't keep getting more out in front. As Hachiman comes in for Sanguine, they'll put Bobby back on this pick. That's clearly comfort for him. So both of our hunters kind of sticking within these 2 picks that they've gone with the whole set so far. Feeling comfortable, don't want to push too far beyond that. And really, how much more difference is going to be in these autos? Just stick with Jingwei and Hachiman, right?
Well, with Chernabog, it is
you
auto from different spots, and that's why I can't play Chernabog for that reason.
It is different. Yeah, I think there are different autos in there for some reason. I do.
Yeah.
Even like amongst skins. It's always, Divios is always talks about Hades' basics and how easy those are for him to hit.
Well, he's Divios, like.
Well, he just says they're bigger, and they're not, but he feels that way.
Maybe they are.
I think they visually look.
Do you know Aphrodite has the longest auto range in the game?
Is that true?
That is true.
Why is it? Why?
Because I'm pretty sure it's off the end of the animation, and so because she has like a long staff, it just comes out further away from her.
I like it.
So it's a longer range.
Guess I'm going to be playing attack speed Aphrodite tonight and outranging you nerds. Can't wait for that.
Don't queue.
Yeah, because I'll farm you. Hera and Raijin banned for Sanguine. Poseidon banned away by Heat Uprising. So a lot of mages being taken off the table right now. And that makes sense. No mage picked up just yet for either one of these teams. So getting a little bit tougher for Teep and for Crimson. No one going to get to pilot the Merlin this time. And they went even further beyond that. Now both of them going to have to go a little bit deeper into the god pools. Agni's still available. Discordia is still available. Both of them will still be available to pick as Vulcan is the one that gets taken away.
A lot of mages off the board now. And Sanguine has the first selection. So I wonder if they're going to go with that Agni to try and keep that out of Crimson's hand as he's played it both games so far. Certainly an option. Teep really, I always think of Poseidon when I think of Teep's God Pool. It's kind of the big one for him. Merlin obviously banned very early. Hob was interesting. I think this is a potential flex pick. I mean, JacobTask is definitely taking Camazotz in the solo lane. Artio, I think, is definitely there for Truancii. So now this could be Hoppo on the mid lane or in the jungle.
I think there is definitely still some flex potential with this pick, and it might not necessarily be the mid laner. It still could be, though. You can see some Paul-level shenanigans, perhaps, as Isis comes through for Heat Uprise, which is interesting because the Agni was still there. He did not have to switch off of that pick yet at this point, but he elected to.
Yeah, it's Agni can be a little bit awkward sometimes against Hoppo
because he's water and he's fire, and
it like douses you.
Yeah, it's super effective.
Yeah. You actually, it just mana drains you, so you can't use any of your abilities because you're out of your fire.
That's not what super effective does.
Well, it doesn't smite.
Oh, okay, right. I thought we were still... Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Ganesh is through now.
Yep.
He silenced me. That's why I didn't say anything.
Oh, nicely done.
Thank you.
Not bad. Yeah. I heard that Ganesh was in the studio pretty recently.
Did you hear that? Oh, no.
That's what I heard.
I don't know if you're setting me up or if you're about to do this.
I'm not doing either one.
Okay, thank goodness. They're making us wait, too. Good. Let's get this last pick, please, Sanguine. Yeah, bail me out here.
Help us.
If you could. But,
please.
But I kind of like this. Ganesh does provide some control, some disrupt for this team. If the Hoppo like kind of overcommits and he's like, and now I'm going to do my thing, well, then Ganesh is like, well, you can't do your thing.
Sure.
So that could certainly slow them down, I think.
Yeah, I think that the Ganesh is an underrated selection. I don't love it against Camazotz because he can pretty easily get up into the air and kind of ignore those Dharmic pillars, but I do think Ganesh is starting to rise in popularity a little bit, and for good reason. He's been looking pretty good recently.
And when you can get those Dharmic pillars down in a good spot, I mean, that could just cut a team fight off, man. It can be so difficult to move beyond the perimeter of that field. But now we're moving into game number 3. This is our final match, not just of the day, of the set as well. Heat Uprise up against Sanguine, and they got to stay close to that top team. Can they get the win?
Can they get the win? That's the question we ask ourselves. And we ask our teams. And we ask our chat. Our fellow brothers. The win is what we search for. The win is what we yearn for. Myself, my teammates, my colleagues, my compatriots. Do we have what it takes? The gold, the experience, the strategy, the approach, the mindset. Do we have what it takes to be the victor? That is what the teams ask themselves before they take to the battleground of the gods. This is SMITE.
Tom, I can't follow that up. I don't know what to say after that. That was impressive. Well done, buddy. Well done. That was very impressive. Great intro.
Can you believe what Aggro said?
What did he say about us?
What's up, Cooper?
Wait, what did
What's up, Cooper? Thanks, man. You want? No, we're checking Sanguine Esports versus Heat Uprise.
Oh, Hamster, though.
It's actually really cool. Come check this out. Come check this out.
Hey, Coop. Hey, look, Hamster's about to die.
Oh, no.
Do you know what this
Your
white...
cast was wrong, actually.
Do you know what that white bar was above the blue bar?
Which bar?
On Hamster's life bar.
On Hamster's life? Which
there was a
Hamster?
There was a white bar. He's the Ganesh.
Is that his assist bar? Because
No.
I know he gets assists for kills.
He does. That's his passive, where if he gets a kill, he gets the assist instead of him getting the kill, and he rewards the kill to his teammates.
Interesting.
That is closest to him. But no, that white bar was a shell that actually saved his life.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it's a relic.
See, just sitting in Tom's chair, I feel more knowledgeable already.
Oh, yeah.
I'm learning more than I ever
Hey,
would have.
since you're Tom, can you talk a lot about New York and hot dogs for me?
So,
what's your favorite hot dog?
I don't actually like New York that much. You know, their sports teams are generally trash overall.
Okay, well, we're role-playing, so you do like New York.
Oh, yeah. No, I love New York.
There you
Yeah,
go.
New York is the bomb.
Damn, it's like F. never left.
Really, it is. But, hey, F. whenever you're ready to take this back, I'm sure the viewers would appreciate it. But as we can see in the solo lane, you know, JacobTask doing some, putting some pressure forward. Looks like they're possibly going to get a kill here. Yeah, good?
That was a good
cool.
F. impersonation.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, viewers. I'm going to give F. back the mic now.
I liked it.
JacobTask alongside Truancii. A little bit of 2-on-2 scuffle, something Not too uncommon to see in that side of the lane with the Season 6 meta shifting, trying to get some sort of advantage around the blue buff. But ultimately, all things even Steven with JacobTask and Delnyy receiving their buffs.
In game number 1. I actually forget who won game 1.
Game number 1 was Heat Uprise.
Heat Uprise took the battle. They had what it took. They stood on their hind legs and said to the world, "How dare ye!" They take Sanguine Esports, slam them against the wall, and take everything that they have came for. However, not to be outdone. Game number 2, Sanguine Esports. Let the world know what it is to be an Avenger. And we find ourselves here in the 3rd game of a best of 3. This is truly the end game.
I like that.
You like that one?
Felt like I was truly watching the trailer there.
What's up?
The trailer?
For what?
Endgame.
What's that?
It's like a very popular movie. You probably didn't hear of it.
Unfamiliar. Whoa, you trying to say I'm unpopular?
You're mishearing me. You're misreading the situation.
The trumpet swell's really nice.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That tickled me really hard last game.
It's great music.
It really is, especially once they're sieging. I can't believe what Aggro said about me.
What did he say?
He said that I didn't know the world record for the javelin toss.
I bet you don't.
Everyone knows that in July 20th, 1984, at the Friedrich Ludwig Jan Sport Park in Berlin.
So this works much better if you can pronounce the words that you're reading.
I'm not reading anything. Obviously, you, Han, from Germany,
Can I see this? Can I?
threw a javelin 104.8 meters.
Can I? Totally. Give me this real quick. No, it's real. I'm not kidding. Give me. Go ahead. Come on. So, totally. Can you believe what Aggro said before?
No, I can't. I'm still in shock.
Well, he said that we didn't know the world javelin record. That's how you do it. Well, everybody knows that on July 20th, 1984, Friedrich Ludwig Jan Sportpark in Berlin. Holy, I can't read your handwriting. This is terrible. If this was anything but your handwriting, I would have been able to pull this off. This is trash. I'm throwing this away. It almost hit me in the face. 6 minutes in, not anything happened. Please stop. Stop what? With the Olympic trivia?
It's an important fact to know for everyone back at home.
July
because
20th,
because of
1984.
Yuhan, they had to redesign the javelin.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, wait. Do I know this? I actually know this. Oh, no. I'm thinking of the vault, the pole vault.
Oh.
So the pole vault had to be redesigned because people were just jumping over it, and then somebody like flattened out. You know how you see them like kind of go horizontal?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh my goodness, we didn't even think of that. And they actually had to change the sport because of that. He came through and like set multiple world records the first time he went out there. It was actually really interesting. In fact, I think your javelin factoid is I think it's a pole vault factoid that you got it correct. Holy, I'm sorry.
104. If you can jump with a pole vault, 104.8 meters. That's over 300 feet. I don't know what kind of pole vaulting you've seen.
Well, I could pole vault to the top of the Burj Khalifa. You know how many stairs there are?
Yes, I do.
How many, Toli?
Over 169 floors.
That's very accurate, actually. You know, Nabil used to play shot put.
No, I didn't know that.
Nabil, one of the higher ups here at Skill Shot, he used to shot put and hammer throw.
He also powerlifted.
Yeah, I think that's obvious. He's a big boy. But the hammer put, the shot put, the hammer toss, it's all very what's the word? Strength intensive.
Yeah. Definitely don't want to arm wrestle.
Oh, Truancii in the mid lane, stunned up. Gonna have the Ganesha ultimate come through as well. And Jangaru with the first blood for Heat Uprise. 8 minutes and 11 seconds into game. Nomba tres.
On an Achilles jungle, a good way to start things off. Took a little while to finally find the kill, but all it takes is an out-of-position support getting locked up. Hamster switching things up from Naja game number 2 to a more active True Guardian in game number 3, easily setting up the kill this time.
Hey, Toli, what's a truck bull event? Do you know?
Huh, I don't know. What is that?
That is the umbrella with which the hammer toss, the shot put, javelin throw, discus, I believe.
Okay.
They would fall under that, like how balance beam, etc., fall under gymnastic. Floor exercise, floor exercise, balance beam. That's gymnastics. Truck bull would be this.
Truck bolt.
Truck bull.
Oh, truck bolt. Is there a specific meaning behind the truck bull?
I don't know. Matt told me.
Oh.
Matt, one of our star editors here.
Yo, thanks, Matt.
That's pretty cool. Matt's also pretty mean at Super Smash Bros., to be honest with you. Trunchbull.
Oh, Trunchbull.
Like the principal from Matilda. I don't know what's happening. I'm not sure I'm supposed to read that out loud.
He's just laughing now at us.
He definitely is. Because he knows if he sends me a message, I'll just say it out loud.
Matt, say something else to F-Dot.
In 10 seconds, it will be 10 minutes on the clock. Heat Uprise has led the game by about a First Blood's bounty, and that's it. Mid lane, very aggressive hop-wash start. No aggressive plays, however. Left side could be an issue. Kumquat trying for the gank, but Hamster shows up, and that'll be a nice deterrence. The purple buff will go in the direction of the enemy invasion. Actually, no, I thought they were going to come back here. The purple buff will go the way of the enemy invasion.
A little bit of a knock-up, forcing out the purification beads out of BMBobby, but they want to reaggress because it's a trap.
Here comes Kumquat jumping on in, looking like Donkey Kong, dropping the down B, but he's going to get in trouble. Flip kick will get him out of the way of the nonsense from the Ganesh, but BMBobby cuts down Fatal Ghost. Truancii with the dive, cuts down IAmTheHamster, but Jangaru and the Isis a little bit late to the party. Oof. And Sanguine, they'll take it. 2-1 so far. Just 11 minutes in.
BMBobby dashing right before Jangaru finds the stun, but he's not going to give it up quite yet. He's going to wrap around, but gets spotted out by the ward. Could be a 2-on-1. Stripping away the purple buff.
Nah, he fast, he furious. Too fast, too furious. Tokyo Drift. So he has speed buff and the additional movement speed from the Achilles passive.
And Fatal Strike for the gap closing ability, yeah.
Exactly. It's like a Volkswagen GTI with the NOS intake.
And also Talaria boots,
and
pretty fast.
Super spoiler on the backside with the carbon fiber.
Some
exhaust
NOS
system.
Can't forget the NOS.
Gotta remember the NOS passengerial intactment.
Is that even a word?
You damn right. I know cars. I'm a cool guy. Gold Fury started. Heat Uprise have it. They've got 2 ultimates, and that should send Sanguine the other direction. Heat Uprise confirmed the objective, and now they're looking for the fight afterwards. The red team on the aggressive, and Jangaru finds an exit on the left-hand side. Nice double stun. Now a turnaround, but Heat Uprise don't want it. They'll take the Gold Fury and they'll walk away. Tie game at 12 minutes.
Normally a team that does get the Gold Fury, you want to disengage as cleanly as possible, but Mr. Teep had no mana in that fight, so he was basically not a true threat in the team fight. Sanguine giving up that objective, allowing Heat Uprise a little bit of momentum now, I would say, as they're still kind of grouped up on the left side is Sanguine, trying to punish out Fatal Ghost for not having his ultimate.
Ooh, trouble for Fatal Ghost, but he landed a crit or 2, or the turnaround. BMBobby looking like a Dothraki right there. Stunned up though, knocked up though, silenced up though, and I'll take him. Chunked and covered, please. Erupt Crimson. Kill number 2 for Heat Uprise.
Surprised he uses Aegis. He was pretty much dead to right without his ultimate being up. His beats just now coming off of cooldown dash. Taking a while to come back. Delnyy, though, could be in trouble. But Kumquat and Mr. Teep were thinking about rotating. When you hear the Pyromancer being down as a solo laner, that's a pretty scary thing, even at the 13-minute mark.
Certainly something that the enemy could take advantage of, so gotta watch out, faux show. Leo Fish. Mr. Teep looking for the aggressive play. Love the application, Crimson, right there. That was a cold, hard read. So Crimson just waits there, and he's just staring at Mr. Teep. And the second he feels Teep, because it's a 0-second pre-animation, knockup just happens to you. You don't get to see Water Spout react to it. Crimson with the ice-cold read hits knockup immune Wing Gust exactly when Mr. Teep hits his 3 button and just laughs.
It's a fun little mind game there. Way back in my day, when Habwa used to actually be played in the solo lane, it was a lot of Habwa versus Chang'e matchup. BMBobby forced to use the ultimate defense.
Why Hebo into Chang'e?
Chang'e into Hebo, it worked both ways because it depends on who was able to out-mechanic the other, you know? Pretty much able to go both ways in it, because if you're able to dodge the water sprout, you're able to just out-poke the Habwa. Also, this was the time when the Chang'e 1 gave you protection.
Oh, right.
So that's when she like first came out in the game. So back then, the healers were very popular, right? Ra, Hell, and then Chang'e became a thing. And
like that?
Yeah, and team fights with Waxy Move was just so impactful. So you would want to get Chang'e on your team for sure, that meta. And Habwa was just like a good counter because it was a squishy character. You're not really building true tanky back then.
So you only had one frontline back then?
Like 1.5. You build like kind of hybrid on the Chang'e, like Warlock Staff, that's about it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Back then, Warlock Sash.
Yes. I remember Warlock Sash. It took me, that was the longest one.
It took me so long
that
to
was the
start
longest
calling
one.
it Staff.
I was very good with Puri. I was very good with Purification and Sank. Delnyy again in trouble, activates the Thorns. I think it's unlikely he makes it safely under his tower. Meanwhile, left side there's a dive. Right side there's an up-down. Delnyy gonna get a kill! Delnyy gonna get a kill! That's what we like! That's why we like Delnyy! Because he gets a kill even when he's not supposed to! I like that one. 2 for 2. As the left side gets crushed by Sanguine.
Mr. Teep not going to get hit by Hamster's knockup, so Crimson not going to be able to follow that up. I like the idea of the Dharmic Pillars. The problem with the Dharmic Pillars for Uprise is knowing that Mr. Teep has that river to give himself and his teammates that slow immunity to casually walk through the pillars.
The Yellow River. The Atlas of the Yellow River. Gotta have the Atlas. Otherwise, where are you gonna go? You can't.
You're thinking of Compass?
He ain't got no GPS.
You're thinking of Compass.
Totally, do you know what an Atlas is?
I know what a Compass is.
Does that mean you don't know what an Atlas is?
Nope. Explain it.
Totally, it's a map. It's just a...
It's a fancy word for a map.
It's just a big map, dude. Are you serious right now? Oh my goodness. Fight on the left side. Hamster needs an Atlas to get out of this team fight. I'm so sorry, Tony. Gold Fury started by Sanguine Esports.
It's a long day.
25% here. Mr. Teep gonna knock up the Ghost. The Atlas of the Yellow River. It's basically a map. Actually, that's more like the Potomac area. Anyway, left side is going to be JacobTask going into the sky. Fatal Ghost is in trouble, but a great Isis ultimate. That'll turn things around. Truancii still gets a kill on a Fatal Ghost, though. That said, a lot of people on the blue side a little bit
Oh,
healthier.
3.
Triple stun. Delny's the one. Delnyy with 2.
Going for more, trying to get somebody. BMBobby gets away, jumping over the fatal strike is JacobTask. Needs an escape path out of this one. Still has the blink. He's waiting for it. Finally gets on out of there. 2 for 1 at the end of the day.
Just looking for the chase. Can't find it. Ooh. 6-2-6. That's our kill count. Truancii getting beat up by Crimson. But guess what? My team's doing the Gold Fury. Whatever you want to me. Bear Mom. Gold Fury. Only halfway down. Not enough damage. I don't like this play anymore.
Fatal Ghost was still coming back from the fountain. That was the issue. Without the Jing damage, having Executioner, that objective takes a little bit longer than they anticipated. JacobTask now back into it because he's the one zoning for his team, trying to get it. But now they changed their mind. They got off the objective, and they're leaving their soul laner high and dry.
He thought he was zoning. Instead, he's all alone.
Yeah.
You know who you look like, Tully? Gold Fury. Oni Fury. Goes the way of Heat Uprise, as they planned it. Erupt Crimson. Pop, pop on the circle of protections. Nice job there. A little bit of a 4K lead for the blue team so far. Sanguine Esports, on the other hand, down. Well, ew.
A lot of mind games in that interaction. Jangaru using that ultimate defensively. No one was in lethal range, obviously, so he just wanted to get on out of there before getting hit by that crushing wave. He tried to preemptively beat the knockup from Mr. Teep. A little bit slow to react there, getting caught with his pants down, walking where he had no vision on the right side mid camps. He didn't have an atlas for that.
There you go. You mean like a compass? You ever watch any detective shows, Anatoly?
Yep. I have.
That was very aggro yup of you. You like aggro?
Do you want the you answer or the me answer?
I want your honest answer.
Yeah, I like aggro. I was doing a bit earlier
what
where
bit?
you made me say that I didn't like.
You don't like aggro?
See, this is the bit that
He's
I
your
don't like.
teammate.
This is the bit I don't like.
There's a nice ultimate, one on top of the other. Crimson combining with the box
Ooh,
man.
good stun.
And the long-range stun pays off. Delnyy with another one. Double digits for Heat Uprise as Delnyy does the dirty doubler. 5-1 and 2 for Bellona as Delnyy continues to dish out delicious domination.
So here's what happened between games 2 and game 3. Heat Uprise were like, hey, Crimson, you're playing a god that doesn't have a dash, and you're just going to hit abilities like
Yep.
that.
Also, Delnyy just keeps on doing it to him. Oh, man.
Unlucky. It happens.
My bad, Delnyy. If I wasn't so nice to him, he wouldn't have died to the Phoenix like that.
Caster's curse.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry, Delnyy. A little rough there. So you were saying you don't like aggro? You ever watch Criminal Minds?
Why are you doing this to me?
I'm just curious.
Actually, I have not watched Criminal Minds.
You
The first
should.
time I found out about whatever character that was that you always talk about that looks just like me, back when I had the goatee.
Oh my God, you're so right. What's his name? Oh man, John Montague, I believe, is the actor's name. ASA Sergeant Rossi, that's who you look like. That makes sense.
That's me.
SAS, I think it's Senior Special Agent. SSA, Senior Special Agent David Rossi. That's what you look like.
At your service.
There it is. So your criminal profiler that is actually...
Yeah, I've been actually undercover this whole time because I've been getting word that you like to throw bricks through windows
Filet-O-fish.
a lot and break a bunch of laws. So I've definitely been like profiling you the whole time.
Nope. Nope. Ooh, fire trying attempts here. You want to talk about a steal. You want to talk about breaking the laws. Heat Uprise just going for this. This is a surprise play.
Frisky.
That's
It's ambitious.
With the Isis ultimate, I
should
respect
get it.
the call. A little bit early. Heat Uprise still are able to get it. Truancii walks in the middle. He goes and becomes airborne for the first time in his life. And Fatal Ghost confirms the kill, number 12. The Batman, stunned, misses. There's silence. There's a secondary silence. And, well, it all goes the way of Fatal Ghost. 3, 3, and 6 for the Jingwei player.
A very ambitious Fire Giant call, a little bit early on the Isis ultimate, but regardless, Heat Uprise walk away with the objective, walk away with 2 kills, stripping away a tier 2 tower on the right side. Mr. Teep not even able to get off that crushing wave. Jangaru stopping him right at the tracks.
They're going past the Phoenix. The last one was over 50 minutes of gameplay. And this one will be under 25. Fatal gets another one. All 5 players down. That's a deicide, baby. And this one is going the direction of Heat Uprise. Great play there. Crimson on top. 3-0-10 on the Isis.
I think Heat Uprise got a little salty after that Game 2 loss. A very long one after winning Game 1 into losing Game 2. Switching their mentality for Game number 3. Making it really happen on Crimson's Isis. Great stunts from a distance.
Like you said, take the dash away and just hit your stuff, man.
Yeah.
Nice stuff from there. But again, MVP for me is Delnyy. I mean, what play? I think a lot of what the Bellona did there was set up all the fantastic plays, got a lot of individual kills, got a lot of team fight stuff. I mean, Delnyy just winning it for his team here.
That triple Eagles rally was so huge. It's like the dream scenario for a soul lane, or literally even a support anyone. If you can hit a triple CC, feels good. Feels good for Heat Uprise. Still battling with Hype Unit for that number 1 spot.
Well, it's over. John and Ryan, let's talk to you.
More than happy to, Tom and Tolly, after a big game there from Heat Uprise to finally close this set out. They stay then within striking distance over there in Xbox North America of trying to get towards Hype Unit. But for me, this game really came down to Delnyy and Crimson, man. What a big performance from this Bellona.
Delnyy, I mean, it's all in that 2v1 in the solo lane where he's getting ganked and you think he's about to die, and then he turns it around. He still ultimately dies, but able to take one with him.
Yeah.
And then right after that, he comes to a Gold Fury fight and finds a 3-man Eagles rally and a huge bludgeon after the fact. I mean, Delnyy this game had Delnyy stamp all over it.
It absolutely did. Then they were able to eventually start pushing, and that push down the middle lane, I think, is what broke the backs eventually of Sanguine, when they were able to find 4 kills there in the middle lane, take the tier 1, tier 2, and the Phoenix off the back end of that, and it was kind of their game afterwards, because it's so much just gold that comes into your pocket, so much farm you're able to strip away after that push. But yeah, man, a 3-man Eagles rally like that wins fights.
Yeah, you kind of have to try to lose a fight after that, it feels like. Everyone grouping up for him perfectly. Hamster had a pretty good game on this Ganesh, but it was really a team effort, I think, from Heat Uprise in this game. And despite the Game 2 loss, this is kind of what we expect more of from Heat Uprise.
Right.
These are the types of wins that they need to continue to get if they want to keep their claim to the best team in North America.
They're trying to get that spot back, and Hype Unit are trying to remain just barely out of reach, but you feel pretty good if you're Heat Uprise, you can win a tough set like this. Game number 1, they won pretty handily. Game 2, it was an early lead for Sanguine, and they made it tough for 30 minutes until they close it out. And then game number 3, they come in and win the way that you'd expect. So it's strong stuff there from them, and you can feel good knowing that Crimson still has on just about whatever it is that you hand him, because my man also looked good on the Isis. You talked about it, maybe shooting too many shots maybe, but I think he was able to get it done.
Yeah, you know, I mean, a lot of ISIS players feel like they need to be the initiators with Spirit Ball, and sometimes you do, but there are times where you just gotta pump the brakes a bit, be a bit more patient, wait for your teammates to set you up, and then launch those Spirit Balls.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with following up. Nothing wrong with, getting
That's
the
your
rebound.
whole job.
It really is.
Just it feels good.
And to get your damage off before you die, you're allowed to die in the fights. Hunters have to live to the end, because we're the ones that take down the structures. We're critical to the fights. If we die, the fight's over.
Really critical.
Way more important.
Yes,
Hunters.
Really, man, we are so proud of all of you Hunter mates.
Thank you.
Out there.
We love
so
to hear it.
proud. It's so hard
keep
to
going.
do your job.
It is difficult for us.
Really difficult. Yeah, really feel for you, man.
One ability and you blow them up. That's all it takes for these mages. Get the standings on
Yep.
the screen so I have to look at this guy anymore. more. There we go. Hype Unit, they were able to grab their win offline as well, it would seem, or at least off stream. So they're still up there at the top with the better plus-minus. So it looks like they also closed it out 2-0.
Yep.
Very critical that they were able to do that. So even if they do end up tied, the plus-minus could end up being a differentiator as well.
And now Heat Uprise kind of become Sanguine Esports fans next week, because I imagine that'll be a Hype Unit versus Sanguine matchup.
And they'll play
you're
1-on-1.
looking for Heat Uprise is going to be looking for Sanguine to either upset Hype Unit or at least take a game off of them to try and normalize that game plus-minus again.
That's what they'll be looking for. If they can cause a problem there for Hype Unit, hopefully they'll all, have those alarm clocks set. They'll all be there. No reason why they wouldn't, be there for those games, and then you'd expect them to be the ones that close those games out. I do want to remind you guys that everyone's trying to make their way to Hi-Rez Expo at the end of the year, but you all have a relatively easy path. Just go down there to HiResExpo.com, buy some tickets. I'll be there. Ryan Agro Bailey will be there, and he'll have a drink with each and every one of you individually. He'll find a time to do that, so just let him know, hey, I'd like to have mine now, and he'll make sure he's there with you.
Yes. Are you talking about a full beverage or just a sip? Like, I'll bring around a water bottle, and you'll be like, hey, can I have my drink? And I'll, take a sip, and you'll be next to me. That's fine. I can do that.
Even that would be fun to make him do. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yes.
Cool. I can do that, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think you will, though.
I almost certainly won't. Yeah.
I think it could be cool, too.
What are you going to do, you idiots? You're already at the event. I've already tricked you. You're at the event. I'll
That's
just
a
tell
good
you
point.
no,
Yeah, but
and
that's
I
it by
walk
that
away.
point.
But you're still here. It's a win for me.
You know that I wouldn't do it. Good
But
guy
I'm
Finch will be
definitely going to do it for sure.
But make sure that you come. Also, make sure that you guys are still playing Smite at home. Horace and Set just joined us here on the Battleground of the Gods. If you haven't tried those two guys out yet, then I don't know what you're doing. Last time we talked about how difficult Set is. Horace, on the other hand, is quite fun. A lot of damage, a lot of healing, knockups, stuns. He's very good.
I did the dream, which is I was playing Horus. My team had some Phoenixes down. The Titan was full HP, and we just walked past the enemy red buff and then drop shipped all 5 of us onto the Titan and insta-ended the
That's
game.
awesome.
While they were clearing waves like morons.
love it.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, can't believe they didn't expect that, huh?
All 5 members blinking onto the Titan at once.
Yeah, play around that better, idiots. Well, that's going to do it here, at least for the SCL. I remember there's no SPL this week, so Thursday and Friday, they're on the bye week. Those matches won't be there. But we are still going to be doing the SML tomorrow and still Esports Weekly on Monday, so make sure that you still check
Wednesday.
in with all of us. Wednesday, what did I say?
You said Monday. That's
I don't know
today.
why I said Monday. Today's
I don't know
Monday.
either.
Wednesday is what I meant, and
4
it's,
p.m.
you all knew what I meant. 4 p.m. Is that what it's going to be?
That's what it's going to be.
4 p.m. Make sure that you guys are there. Anyway, we'll see you all tomorrow for the SML. Thanks for joining us. Have a good rest of your day.
The Smite Console League, brought to you by Titanforge, Hi-Rez Studios, IAM, Respawn, SteelSeries, Alienware, and Skillshot.